AITA for going on trip with my family that my wife isn't going on. Recently my parents surprised me 26 meters, and my siblings 16 and 19, with a ski trip this December the day after Christmas. My parents offered to pay for my expenses and said that my wife 24 was welcome to come, but she would need to pay her way. My wife and I are okay financially, but with the trip being so close to Christmas we wouldn't be able to afford to pay for her to go. Despite this, I really wanted to go on the trip as it was always a dream of mine to go on a trip like this. My family grew up dirt poor until I was about 15 when my parents' business took off, and now they're extremely comfortable and can afford to pay for trips like this for us. They could certainly afford to pay for my wife to also go, but they have always been this way when it comes to paying for things for me versus my wife. My parents think it's only fair to pay for me when we go out to eat or go on trips because they are still paying for my siblings. I don't ask them to, but it is nice to save money, so on every trip they will pay my way, room and board, excursions, meals, while my wife was expected to pay her way. This started before we were married. This has always bothered my wife, especially after we got married, and they still excluded her so in these past 2 years since we got married, so I tried to limit the trips since they bother her so much, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip for me, so I thought she would be supportive of me going, but she's very upset and hurt. She wants to go on the trip, but like I said, we just can't afford it, which she understands. She told me she does want me to have this experience, but she is sad because she thinks my parents purposefully exclude her. AITA for choosing to go on the trip and leave her behind? I still have time to cancel on my parents, but I know they would be sad. It's so close to the holidays, and if I go on the trip we would end up spending New Year's apart. I of course want her to go, but I'm also worried about upsetting my parents. What do you think about it? Write your comments.